9 experienced hikers, trained, prepared, strong. In February 1959, they pitched their tent on a frozen mountainside in the Ural Mountains. That night, something made them cut their way out of their own tent. From the inside, barefoot in sub-zero temperatures, most of them would not survive the night. This is the Dyatlov Pass Incident. It was supposed to be a routine winter trek. Led by 23-year-old engineering student Igor Dyatlov, the group consisted of experienced hikers from the Ural Polytechnic Institute. They weren't amateurs. They were trained for extreme conditions. Their goal? Reach Mount Otorten, earn advanced hiking certification, document the journey. They kept journals, they took photos, they laughed in the snow. Nothing suggested danger until February 1st. That evening, the group set up camp on the slope of Holat Siakl, translation, Mountain of the Dead. The weather was harsh but manageable. They pitched their tent along the exposed hillside. They ate, they wrote in their journals, they went to sleep. Sometime during the night, something happened. When rescuers found the campsite weeks later, the tent was still standing, but it had been slashed open from the inside. Their boots were still inside, their coats were still inside, personal belongings left behind. Outside the tent, footprints led down the slope, some barefoot, some in socks. Calm, not chaotic, as if they had walked out into minus 30 degrees centigrade temperatures. The first 2 bodies were found near a tree line, under a cedar tree, barefoot, wearing only underwear. Signs of a small fire nearby, branches broken high above as if someone had climbed the tree. They died of hypothermia, but they were not alone. 3 more were found scattered between the tree and the tent, as if they were trying to crawl back. Then, months later, when the snow melted, the final 4 were discovered in a ravine, and this is where the case becomes darker. One had massive chest trauma, another had a crushed skull. One woman was missing her tongue. No external wounds consistent with a fight, yet injuries described as comparable to a car crash. No signs of another group, no footprints besides their own. Tests later revealed something else. Some clothing showed elevated levels of radiation. Not extreme, but unusual. The Soviet investigation concluded the cause of death was a compelling natural force. That was it. Case closed. No further explanation. Avalanche? Some argue a small slab avalanche forced them out, but investigators noted the tent was still partially upright, footprints were visible, no massive snow displacement. Military testing? Some believe secret Soviet weapons tests caused panic. Strange lights were reported in the sky that night. Radiation levels raised suspicion. Infrasound? A rare wind phenomenon that can cause extreme panic and paranoia. But none of these theories explain everything. Why leave without coats? Why walk calmly? Why such severe internal injuries? And the missing tongue? Their final photos show them smiling, relaxed, confident. They weren't reckless. They were experienced. Something convinced 9 trained hikers that staying in that tent was more dangerous than running barefoot into a frozen wilderness. Imagine that level of fear. What could possibly cause it? In 2020, Russian authorities reopened the investigation. Their conclusion? Avalanche. Again. But many remain unconvinced, because even now, decades later, the Dyatlov Pass incident refuses to feel resolved. 9 hikers, 1 mountain, and a mystery that still feels unfinished.